Hello fellow YouTubers, this is Utah Moses here with my new video segment called Picks of the Week, where I give you a brief commentary on trivial facts or thoughts on what I felt about a certain scene in the movie, and I show you all the movies that I've watched from Sunday to Saturday, or just ones on certain days. And I know that a lot of you don't like to watch these types of commentary videos, but I just thought I would give some interesting thoughts about some of the key points to me. And if you don't like these videos, or just don't want to watch them at all, then I won't make these videos after this one. So, let's begin. On Sunday I've watched Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. Now, I never thought that neck snapping would be such a horrible thing until I've watched this movie. Like, it sounded really gruesome, as if it had, like, a bodily movement added to it. And the character Otis, played by Tom Towers, I thought he was the most vile character ever. And if you watch this movie, then you will know. And the character Henry, he is based off a real serial killer, by the way, has a job as a bug exterminator, and that makes me wonder how much that job pays. And I looked it up, and it pays like $39,000 per year plus commissions, but that's only when you but that's probably when you work frequently enough, and I don't know if he does or not. Next one is Sleepers. Now, this is directed by Barry Levinson, who directed a lot of random movies, and in this one, it's about a bunch of boys who gets imprisoned for a crime that they did, and how they display prison life for them. They try to make it look worse than prison for adults. I mean, I know that the things they displayed in this are horrible, but I don't want them to enjoy it and not learn the error of their ways. Now, the beginning narration really reminds me of Goodfellas, where we hear narration by Jason Patric, and how he explained it had a real great metaphorical explanation to each characters and setting to it. Also, they were playing music to it. One more thing I want to bring up is that there's a poster of Last Tango in Paris in Minnie Driver's room, which I thought was neat, and thought it was appropriate since it took place at that right time. Next one is 30 Days of Night. Now, I really would like to live in a place where there's 30 days of night, and if that means living in Alaska, then so be it. But if there's 30 days of night in one place, then there's bound to be 30 days of daytime. And when it comes to daytime to me, like, when I wake up in the morning with the sun shining into my face, that just puts me in such a bad mood. It makes me want to kill somebody for that. And the vampires in this movie, like, they don't look as white as most of the vampires you see, and they look much more animalistic as well, with their sharp teeth and how the eyes look. And the one vampire that makes me laugh whenever I see him on screen is the one that looks like Adrian Brody. I mean, really, he does look like Adrian Brody if you watch this. And one thing that keeps on getting stuck in my head is that the old grandma that works at a police station, she grows marijuana in her greenhouse. No joke. And it makes me wonder if old people still grow their own pot at their own place. Like, I would like somebody to tell me if they know anyone that still does that. Next one is Pretty Woman. Now, before it was filmed, it was supposed to be this dark drama focusing around prostitution in New York or Los Angeles, but it was sold to the adult version of Disney Touchstone to make it into a romantic comedy. And watching this, like, it's alright, but the more times I watch this, the more I wish it was the dark drama that it was, and they were going to title it $4,000, I believe. And there's just so many unrealistic things in this that it makes it look like that it's fun to be a hooker in this. Now, one cool thing I do want to bring up is that when the main characters are being ganged up by these gang members, one kid comes up with a skateboard that comes with a knife. Like, I thought that was cool. And it makes me wonder if he customly made that, or he bought it someone. I don't know. So, I guess this is worth a watch. Next one, where the wild things are. Now, the first thing that comes up is the main character Max chasing down his dog with a fork. And I was like, whoa, that's the first thing to being a serial killer, you freak. And then when he goes into this fantasy world with all these monsters, like, I thought they were approachable, but they're the most hostile monsters I've ever seen in a family movie. Like, they couldn't have made them kid-friendly. But then again, it is directed by Spike Jonze. And I used to like reading the book that it's based on. And by reading, I mean look through the pages. I was really young, alright? Next one is Precious. The novel, based on the novel by Push. Now, it was going to be called Push, but Tyler Perry came in and didn't want them to get confused with that sci-fi movie. But anyways, I thought Gabrielle Sidibe was great as Precious, although she is revolting to look at. It's like if I cut her on the cheek, for say, there wouldn't be like blood oozing out of that cut, but rather really thick white pus. And they keep on bringing up that McDonald's is such a bad type of fast food to have, like the worst, just because of all the processed food that's in it and all the meat that they sold that's lower than a, like, this took place in like 1987 it was, and McDonald's has changed through time, and they keep on saying that it's bad for your health, but it's not bad for everyone, I would say, in my opinion. I think it's just bad for fat people and people that are about to be fat. Like, for me, whenever I eat McDonald's while watching a movie, I just fall asleep, and that doesn't happen with any other movie, but that may be the point proven. So, if you have McDonald's, just remember to exercise that off after that, because it will go to your ass, stomach, or thighs. Last one is Cool Hand Luke. I just thought I had to watch an old movie, and there was a scene where Paul Newman's character was doing this egg contest where he had to eat like 50 eggs, and they were like solid hard-boiled eggs. Like, didn't matter how you eat these eggs, either they're solid or liquid. And the prison guards are shown to be really, really bad guys. I mean, I know that they're patrolling a bunch of murderers and criminals, but still, I really don't know much about how bad these guys are, but I thought they were very forceful on Paul Newman's character, Luke. But he is quite a cunning man, I'll give him that. Okay, so that's all for my video. Thought it was a good first try. So, rate, comment, and subscribe, and I may be back with my next video. So, that's all for it. This is Utah Moses, signing out.